Hi guys, I hope you're all keeping well. This is just another one of my videos that I'm putting up, and specifically this video is about a cable which we purchased to enable us to output and get hopefully good picture quality on our Super Nintendo, N64 and GameCube. Now the cable it's a Rad2x Nintendo cable. Basically where you put your composite connection in, you put the connection for the Rad2x cable in and then connect up a HDMI cable to it, and if your console outputs RGB, which our pal Super Nintendo does, you get glorious quality picture out on a modern TV. It's no way distorted, no way blurry, it just looks fantastic. I mean, don't take my word for it, just look at the image quality, and this is actual gameplay that I'm doing. Now basically, I just want to say up front guys, I'm not being endorsed or getting paid by anyone to do this. I bought this cable myself about 7 or 8 months ago. I've put it through its paces and I feel confident now that I can actually say yes, this cable is well worth buying for your Super Nintendo. If you have a PAL Super Nintendo, it's well worth buying. If you have a PAL N64 and you want to use this cable with it, yes, you get a slightly better picture than composite, but because you're not outputting an RGB, it's going to be not as good as the Super Nintendo. Now you can buy the Tim Worthington mod chip and install it into your N64 to output in glorious RGB if you want, and this cable will work flawlessly for you. The GameCube looks very well on it as well, because I'm fully sure that the PAL GameCube's output an RGB kind of high quality signal, so that the Rad2x outputs that as well perfectly on a modern TV. Now look at these games. Here we go again. This is Star Fox, one of my ultimate favourite games for the Super Nintendo back when it came out. I love this game. I played this to death. Look at the picture quality. Nothing looks blurred and distorted. You might notice, alright, on the PAL system it's kind of windowed. I think that's just the way the Rad2x outputs it. Do you know? It's no fault of the console, that's just the way it outputs it, because maybe it's because this is a Super FX game. Do you remember the Super FX chip that was put into the PAL consoles? That may be a reason why it's outputting kind of slow, like windowed, like a window mode. Now I do know that certain older PAL consoles, especially prime example, the 3DO, the PAL 3DO outputs, and you get this window as well. Nothing can be done about it, it's just the way the image is outputted on the PAL system. But again, if you look at this guys, it is fantastic. If you're going buying a Super Nintendo, you owe yourself to make a little bit of an investment. Now it is a bit expensive, but not overly priced compared to some mods you can get. And this isn't a mod, this is just a plug and play. It's worth it to your system to get this. If you want to start collecting for the Super Nintendo, you want to go down the route of buying original hardware, playing on the original software, and if you've only got a modern TV, I advise you investing in this, because it's not going to look good on your modern TV. Even if you're able to, you actually have the connections to output it. You mightn't even have the connections. So guys, buy this cable, Rad2x cable. I'm going to put a link in the description where you can actually buy this cable from. Now be aware, we had to wait nearly, was it 3.5 months to get this cable, because it's in demand. It's that good a cable, but it was so worth the wait. It's worth it to you guys to buy it. It is a bit of an investment, but do you know what? If you're really into your retro games and you really want to play them, no, look guys, at the end of the day, you could go away and download a Super Nintendo ROM and a Super Nintendo emulator. You can find all the instructions online to do it, right? But if you're like me and you like, you know, playing on original hardware with original software, then this is your option. But otherwise than that, just go away and download your emulator or your ROM and play it on the PC. It plays just as good, gives you the high definition output that you want at no cost, do you know? But if you're like me, you have the systems, you want to output them to the best of their ability, this Rad2x cable is well worth it. Again, look at this game now here. This is Street Fighter Turbo. Loved it. I was very good at this game years ago, but not as good today when I was playing it, because it's been a while since I played the Super Nintendo, and I've so many Snes games. You're not going to go back and play all of them. I just picked a random bunch of games, put them into the Super Nintendo, recorded the gameplay footage via the Rad2x cable just to show you what they look like. And again, look, don't take my word for it, I keep saying it guys, look at the image quality. This is exactly what you're getting out of the Super Nintendo. As I said, the PAL Super Nintendo outputs in RGB, it was enabled on it. The N64 doesn't, because it just wasn't included in the PAL system. You have to mod it. And then again, the GameCube, it looks quite well on this cable. Not brilliant, but it does look well, you know, as well. Now you could go down the line on the, we say on your PAL GameCube and buying the actual very expensive component cables. They are expensive. Now I know there's some, I think people have done up kind of mock component cables. They won't be official, but I think they nearly work as good, but I haven't checked them out yet. I might one of these days. But again, look how good this game looks. I could just sit here and watch this game and play it and enjoy it, you know. I did this morning, now when I was capturing these videos now this morning, I really was enjoying it. And certain games I had to edit down because I got so hooked on them. They're so addictive. Now you can, if you have a Switch, you kind of know, guys, if you've got a Switch, you can download the Snes and the NES app on your Switch and have a lot of these games on it. Nearly 99% of these games, to be honest, that I'm showing you guys here. And you can play it. Now I have it on my Switch. I have it downloaded and stuff. Because when I used to have my PAL Snes through component or through composite on the TV, it looked horrible. Hence why when I got my Switch, I downloaded it so I could play them on the modern TV instead of having to lug in an old CRT to play them properly. But no more lugging of CRT TVs out of the shed to be brought in to play this. I can now enjoy it on the Rad2x and have been enjoying for the last 7 months on the Rad2x. I mean, this game again, Vortex Super FX chip, looks brilliant. Do you know, it's Super Nintendo. Do you know, it's no wonder this console was so big. When you think about the quality of the games that came out, and even today, my Super Nintendo still works fantastic. What can I say? It's just brilliant. I'm not too sure now what's next. Oh yes, F-Zero, crikeys. Who didn't play this game? This game, highly addictive. Now, I didn't play it brilliantly today, once again, but back in the day when I was young and played these games. Now, I'm not ancient, but I'm just saying, you know, when I was younger, when I was a kid and these games were out, it was brilliant. I mean, this is all pre-PlayStation, pre-Saturn, pre-the N64. I mean, the alternative Snes systems were the Atari Jaguar, which, you know, they were brilliant. Never had one back then, have one now, fantastic. The 3DO, fantastic. Never had one back in the day because they were very expensive, but I have plenty of them now, and I have to admit they're fantastic, they are brilliant. But what I had, my very first console I ever bought, I went out and I picked potatoes, which we do in Ireland, and earned my money to go into Fermoy, which is a town near me. And that's the time I remember I was in the old ESB shop in Fermoy. They actually sold the consoles, and I bought my Super Nintendo. I had spent 2 weeks picking potatoes, and like we got, I think it was something like 30 pence a bag. So by the time after the 2 weeks, I believe me, my hands are worn off me. I had my money to buy my Super Nintendo, and the feeling, it was like this euphoric feeling. You kind of, this is mine. I can now play my games and stuff. This is how I felt when I put the Rad2x cable in and saw my Snes games looking just as good as they did the very first time I played them. So you owe yourself, guys. Go way out, buy your Rad2x cable if you have a Super Nintendo. It's worth buying. You can output it on your HD TV and enjoy the Super Nintendo the way it was meant to be played. Take care, guys. Mind yourselves, and I'll talk to you in the next video.